Remember this, people are creatures of habit. Every week, every month of every year, our customers are humans. They are not robots. Yet, the Christmas shop can't merely survive on 2 months of sales. They have to remain relevant throughout the year so that when you're ready to buy, you think of that store. Social media I like to refer as we are building a business on Crown land. We don't own it. We're just merely allowed to use it. And so when anything changes, the Crown changes, we are at the mercy of what the Crown says or dictates. Welcome to the Marketing Factory, where we don't blend in. I'm Marissa, founder and award-winning marketer. And for over 2 decades, I've helped businesses think differently about their marketing and achieve powerful results. In this podcast, I'll share proven strategies so that you can create profitable marketing campaigns that drive real impact for your business. Ready to turn clarity into action? Let's get started. Today, we're diving into a topic many business owners overlook: how to market your business in the off-season. My goal during this episode is to make you rethink your marketing approach and help you manage those sales fluctuations. Because understanding and leveraging your business off-season can be a game changer. So first things first, let's be clear. What industry are you operating in? Are you in the tourism industry? You know when those off-peak times are. Are you providing some back-to-school supplies? So your off-season is obviously when school starts. If you're a Christmas shop, we know that once that jolly fat man arrives, then the price of your goods is going to be significantly affected. So it's really important to identify those periods in your business when it takes a dip in demand. But the key is to leverage those periods, not coast through or simply try to survive. So I've broken it down into a few rules for you. So you ready? Let's go. So rule number 1, define what off-season really means for your audience. And look here, I really want you to get specific. Which months? Which weeks, in fact? When does it start? And when does demand return? Because let's go back to that earlier example I posed, the Christmas shop. The Christmas shop, when is the off-season? Clearly happens once Christmas has taken effect. But does that mean that we only actually promote Christmas on a couple of months leading up to December? I don't know about you, but it's quite a contentious topic. When should you put your Christmas tree up? And I think, if I recall, last year, maybe at Halloween, I might have seen a tree or two in the shops as well as some Halloween merchandise. I don't know. So it seems like it's getting earlier every year because the Christmas shop can't merely survive on 2 months of sales. They have to remain relevant throughout the year so that when you're ready to buy, you think of that store. And that's what we need to do. Just because your business is seasonal, we don't stop advertising throughout the year. We've got to address things and do things differently. And in future episodes of this podcast, I know we're actually going to be talking about it. So stay tuned. Determine when your off-season is. Remember this, people are creatures of habit. Every week, every month of every year, our customers are humans. They are not robots yet. So we've got to treat them as such. We can't just merely put an ad out there or say, come and buy, and everyone just goes, oh, yes, I'll take 2 of those. Maybe, no, make that 4. So we have to remember that our customers are creatures of habit. Now, I've come from a shopping centre background, as I've mentioned before, and in our region, we had Thursday night, late night trade. It didn't matter if we threw $1 million at advertising that we were going to do late night trade on a Wednesday night. People would not show up. Because why? They're creatures of habit. For the last however many years, decades, whatever it's been, that we have been advertising and promoting that this shopping centre opens on a Thursday night, not a Wednesday. So it didn't actually matter. So this is where you can think sometimes as well that your marketing efforts aren't working or they're going to waste. It's only because you need to remember and fall back on the fact that people are creatures of habit. And sometimes, no matter how much you push to drive a message outside humans' habitual exercises, it just simply won't happen. You just can't push sales when people aren't ready. Let's look into an industry. Let's look at gyms. Gym owners, when do you think their off season is? And predominantly, when do you think their on season is? So if you don't know when your off season is, think about when your on season is, right? Unless you are a business with recurring revenue and you want to see, your sales just keep going up and up and up, which is wonderful. You've got to also factor in there will be a churn rate. There will be a drop-off, okay? But if you're not a business of recurring revenue, you're going to see your sales doing this, up and down, right? So let's come back to the gym owner. 20% of gym memberships actually take place in which month of the year? You tell me, which month of the year? Does everyone go out and go, oh yes, I want to join the gym, I want to join the gym? It's January, right? Why? Because again, we're creatures of habit. We have stopped working for the year in December. We've gathered with our family and friends and we've possibly overindulged in too much of Arnie Joyce's Christmas cake. Okay, and so we're like, we're feeling a little bit sluggish. It's a new year, it's a new me, let's go. So 20% of gym memberships are actually taken in January. But can I tell you another alarming statistic? 50% of gym memberships taken in January don't even last 6 months. So what do gym owners do? Stop marketing, or do they keep an ongoing message? We see another spike for gyms in September. Why? Why? In this country, what happens seasonally in this great country of ours, Australia? We see another spike in September because everyone goes, we've just come out of winter. Again, had a little bit too much of that comfort food. Maybe a little bit too many roasts or too many hot chips and gravy. That's actually one of my favourites. And we go, oh my gosh, it's warming up. I've got to put that bikini on, or at least attempt to. I want to get my summer body back. Let's go. Let's get back into the gym and get that summer body back. So we see another spike then. Just quickly, if you're a business owner struggling to see results from your marketing, or you're overwhelmed by the thought of marketing your business, we can help. Book in a call with my team using the link in the show notes, and let's get your brand thriving without the struggle. Now, back to the episode. So what we need to do as business owners is this. Once we understand what the off-season is for us, we've got to tap into the natural rhythm of human behaviour, okay? And serve content and serve messages to people in and outside our on and off season. So a rule that we can apply to this is during your off season, save your ad budget. Don't go and just continue spending your money month after month, year after year with the same activity, strategy, planning, spend across every single month. Cut back on your ad budget, but stay consistent with your messaging across all channels. We've got to tap into all of the low-cost marketing activities because that's going to still keep us relevant. It's still going to keep us on the shopping list. You do not want to disappear. The key here is to spread your efforts accordingly and not blanket each month to month. Keep posting your seasonal product and service on your socials across all the platforms that you are engaging in. And again, first-party data. We're collecting this, right? Tell me you're collecting your first-party data. Yes, you are. You're gathering email addresses. You're gathering names. You're putting them into your database. That's first-party data. You collect it. You own it. You're bringing people back to the platform that you own, which is your database. Right? You're sending email marketing out to your subscribers, to your database, because remember what we have with social media. Social media I like to refer as we are building a business on crown land. We don't own it. We're just merely allowed to use it. Okay? And so when anything changes, the crown changes, we are at the mercy of what the crown says or dictates. And we only have to look backwards a little bit in time to see what happens when Facebook shut down, when algorithms change. Okay, make sure that we are looking after all of the data that we're working so tirelessly for, so hard to keep updated, and that's our customers and that's our database. Keep updating your website. Keep writing those blogs. If we're clever about it, with the way we go about our marketing, we can batch our activities right. Don't be sitting down and doing one blog every month. Batch them. Bring them together. Do as many as you can manage, 3 at a time, 6 at a time. Much more efficient use of your time, because when you get your mind in that right frame of saying, right, I'm here now, I'm going to be writing content on blogs, doing website updates, and making sure that all of our content is updated at once, you're going to be in a really great position to repurpose it, and it's going to work for you. Consistency here is key. Tell me why? Because you don't want to disappear. Another rule I like to live by is let's go duck hunting in duck season. That's right. It's a term that I've used for years, and the people that have hung around me long enough know it's something that I'm not a big fan of hunting. However, it's just a term, so come with me. I'm far more interested in raising peaks of the year rather than trying to bring up the troughs. Capitalize on what's in front of you. Now look, accommodation are great examples of this. They have peak periods and low periods. Do you pay different? So you pay different prices for the same room depending on the time of year. So we have a lot to learn from that industry. And my final rule for this episode is embrace the February slump. You know what, editors, we're going to cut this little word out, but February's just always going to be why? Because we only have so much money to go around. There's only so much money we can spend on. Once it's gone, it's gone. The household budget doesn't go, oh, I've just spent all the money this month, love, but I really, really want to buy those shoes because this company just keeps marketing to me. It doesn't matter how much I want them. I've only got so much money to spend. So for every dollar you spend on marketing in your peak months, I can guarantee you this, it will generate more sales for you than February. So to wrap things up, the off season is not a time to hibernate. Let's get ahead. Set yourself up for success. Leverage these tips. Stay consistent. Marketing is a marathon, not a sprint. Until next time, stay proactive and keep marketing. Thanks for tuning into The Marketing Factory. If today's episode helped bring clarity to your marketing strategy, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. Stay connected with us on the socials at The Marketing Factory or at The Marketing Factory AUS, and let's keep turning clarity into action.